What's going on, guys? My name is Elisha and welcome back to Goals Premier League Weekly Show. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You only got to do it once to just get that over with. Now, I'm kind of hype about this week in the Premier League. I thought it was going to be boring, but a lot of different things happened during this week and this weekend, so let's get right into this. Now, Man City came away with the 5-0 win at home against Swansea, and this especially sweet heat goal from Kevin Debruyne.
Given away. Latched onto by Kevin Debruyne.
Now, of course, Man City already won the league, but there's still a couple games left, still some records to be broken, so they're going on a winning streak right now. They're trying to finish the season strong and really dominate, even if they got the trophy already. The season is 38 games, so there's still a lot of games to be played. Some teams have to make sure that they don't get relegated. Some of them want to make sure that they make it to top 4 so that they could qualify for Champions League next year. But all of that is not the biggest news in the Premier League right now. So Arsene Wenger announced that he will be officially leaving Arsenal after 22 years of service. So in a battle of Wenger in versus Wenger out, Wenger's out. Him leaving was long overdue, and we knew that he would never get fired. He would have to leave on his own terms. Now, after so many years with the team, over 1,200 games, 704 wins, 17 trophies, you know that he just couldn't get fired. He's a legend in the club, a legend in the Premier League. But a couple of years ago, Arsenal started deteriorating. He wasn't really adapting to the new style of play. His old techniques really weren't working anymore. It wasn't getting the job done for them to consistently win so they could win some trophies. That's where the whole Arsenal finishing 4th thing came on, because they weren't consistent enough to be contending for the title or even challenging. They became kind of an inside joke. But it was the beginning of a real problem at Arsenal, and it showed that Wenger really was getting weaker as a manager. But nonetheless, you can't deny that he's a legend. He's basically built modern day Arsenal with his own hands, and they owe a lot of their legacy to him. His legacy is standing strong. It doesn't matter what the last 4 or 5 years has been. 22 years is a long time, and what he's done with the club over that period of time is admirable. And I see way too many people being hypocrites. They kept yelling, Wenger out, Wenger's this, Wenger's that, but now that he's retiring, oh my God, Wenger's a legend, we love him so much. But you weren't respecting him when he was actually with the club. You see the true value of a fan when the team is actually losing, not just when they're winning. So when your manager's doing bad, you don't bring banners to the game saying Wenger out, flying planes over the stadium, Wenger out. Like, that's just straight disrespectful. Now that he's leaving, they have all these accolades for him, which, is kind of fake. Now, with him leaving comes the question of who's going to replace him as the next Arsenal manager. Now, the two main choices are either Tuchel or Ancelotti. Now, Ancelotti is my preferred choice for his successor because he's used to winning trophies. Arsenal need a coach who really is going to implement that winning mentality into the team. They've been losers basically for so long. They need a whole new formula, someone who's going to implement a system into the team for them to win, not just one season, but to be successful over different seasons. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Tuchel or Ancelotti to replace Arsene Wenger as Arsenal manager next season. And now for the PFA Player Awards. First up, PFA Young Player of the Year goes to the German Leroy Sané, 22 years old, 28 appearances, 9 goals and 12 assists for Man City this season, and this makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's been crucial to Man City's success. His stats aren't over the top crazy. 12 assists is still pretty good, but his influence on the team can't really be shown in numbers. I mean, his intensity, explosiveness, his speed, short passing, his movement off the ball, all of that for a young player is impressive. And he's evolving with Kevin Debruyne, so his passing and his creation of the game is really going to improve. His striking isn't really up there right now. He still has some banging goals, don't get me wrong.
Leading the City charge here, though, it's Salah. Jinks into the box. That is sensational from...
But he could use some help in scoring. Nonetheless, he really deserved this one. I have no doubt that he's going to win PFA Player of the Year in the future, and he's really going to be a problem with Germany during the World Cup. And for the really big fish, PFA Player of the Year, Mohamed Salah wins it over Kevin Debruyne for PFA Player of the Year. 31 goals, 9 assists in his first season with Liverpool. There are 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and Salah scoring for Liverpool. Last season, he was really good with Roma, but there was still a lot of doubt as to what he can do in the Premier League. He scored quite a few penalties over there. This year, his game was on a whole different level. Now, with that being said, De Bruyne has 7 goals and 15 assists. He's top of the league in assists right now. But his success with the team and his game really isn't defined in the statistics. I mean, this guy is crossing, defending, creation of game. Everything is on point. His short passes, through balls is just off the chains. So, was it really a robbery? Did Kevin De Bruyne deserve to win PFA Player of the Year? I mean, he is a champion, and without him, I don't think City would actually win the league. I mean, who else on that team? Yaya Toure isn't where he used to be anymore. Who else would be that midfielder that would drive that whole offense and the defense sometimes? I mean, there is a difference between the most valuable player and the best player in the league. So I'm guessing PFA Player of the Year isn't really the most valuable player for a team, but who was the most individually performant? Still, having the most goals doesn't mean you were the best player in the season, but it's kind of tough to decide because they were both at the top of their game during the whole season. I mean, it wasn't a high-key robbery. Low-key, any one of them could have won it, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should De Bruyne have won PFA Player of the Year, or does Mo Salah really deserve it more than he did? And last but not least, this picture of Lacazette surfaced today, and he met a fan who got a tattoo of his face on his right butt cheek. I don't understand these fans who think that it's clever to go and permanently get a player's face inked on them. Like, Lacazette is probably not going to stay his whole career with Arsenal. And even if he was, you got another man on your right butt cheek. That's very suspicious to me, but to each his own. But that's going to be it for this week in Premier League. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. Let's try to get this to about 200 million likes. Easy. But if you didn't, drop a dislike, but make sure you let me know why in the comments below so that I can improve. Make sure you check out the social media and the music in the description, and I'll see you guys next week on Goal. Peace.
Redneck.